Hey, everybody.
Hi.
And we're back again. The Tim and Sara Era continues on the St. Jude Church Bulletin podcast. I'm Tim.
I'm Sarah.
If you didn't guess, I don't know. But anyhow.
I thought we were never going to do that again.
No, we didn't do it that like last time. Was it last time or the week before?
I don't remember.
Either one. We were like, when we read it in sync, and we were like, nope.
Not going to happen.
We are people of our word, so we're not going to do it.
And the Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That is the psalm this weekend, and it is kind of the cool little info green square or rectangle. It's in there in English and Espanol. So again, the bulletin is continuing to evolve, and there will be more Espanol throughout the bulletin as it goes and continues to grow. This week, a couple of highlights that got put in there is praying for those attending the Eucharistic Congress in Indianapolis, which is going on right now as we're filming this.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch it. It's being streamed all over the internet. It's on EWTN. So if you're seeing this before this upcoming Sunday, feel free to tune into that. There's a lot of great speakers. My dad is actually there, so he's been sending me.
So is Father Luke.
Yeah, and so two fathers. There you go. Very good. Also, St. Andrew's Golf Tournament that they do supporting the food pantry. That's going to be coming up. So we talked about a bunch last time. But if you like golf, please check that out. And this bulletin cover, do you want to tell them?
So it took me a minute because I'm like, who is this? And they're just like, Sarah, read the box. I'm like, because I don't actually write the cover of the bulletin. So it's Jeremiah, and he's not a bullfrog. So I'll preface
Jeremiah what?
Because anyway.
I don't want to sing it and get like copyright infringement. So I didn't do it.
So it's the painting is Jeremiah on the Ruins of Jerusalem by Horace Vernet. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. I think it's neat how it just, I spent a little time, it's like the only preparation I did for this week's podcast was just kind of praying with the picture for a few minutes in the office. And I was thinking about how interesting it is, how often, I mean, the prophet Jeremiah wasn't dealing with the Catholic Church or the church, but with the people of Israel and, of course, the city of Jerusalem being destroyed. And I just thought it was interesting how, so I think we spend so much time just, not thinking about necessarily the bigger picture of the church and how things, they rise, they fall, like culture, so... it was just, that was kind of neat to pray with. It's like there was a time, I'm sure, the people of Jerusalem were just like, this is it. We're never coming back. And, and eventually they would. So it's just full of hope. But yeah, I love Jeremiah.
I should think everything with Jeremiah has about hope because there's so much.
Because they were going to need it because it all fell apart and then had to come back together. So not so much unlike, our church today. There's a lot of things that are happening that, people, whether are, positive or negative, just lots of changes. So we're all going to have to walk through it together. So be sure to pay attention to the readings this weekend because they're very powerful in the sense of when we allow ourselves to be led, we end up in great places,
Amen.
That's it. So, the bulletin is more or less the same on that first page. A couple of things got moved around. It's Father Ross came back and took a look at it and made some awesome changes that it just makes it read a lot better. So thank you to him.
Was this always in here? The St. Jude Church, the church is open every day from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. So if you didn't know and you wanted to come sit with Jesus at any time.
It has been there, but we never talk about that. So that's a good thing to highlight.
Because it's up high. Didn't it use, maybe it was.
I think it was on this other page. I think, like I said, these things have been rearranged a little bit. So, be sure. You're welcome to. You don't have to check in at the office and tell us that you're in the church. You're welcome to just come in and pray, spend some time with the Lord. You can do that both in the church or the chapel. I will say in the afternoons or evening as the sun starts to, head down in the west on the west side of the church. Or I should say the west wall of the chapel is like a big stained glass sort of window, and it's beautiful as the sun comes in. So that's a very nice place to hang out and pray if you're interested in that. Be sure to check out all of the Mass intentions, the sanctuary candle intentions, and pray for those people. Also, if you need a prayer, the prayer line's right there under all of the staff and everything like that. So very cool. This weekend, in the Together as a Family, reflect and pray. There's many different ways to say this. There's tons of acronyms out there. But the resource that we often pull from for our family stuff just suggested this 3-step prayer, which is, ask, say I'm sorry, or Lord, forgive me. And then Jesus, please, I need this. So not ask, but be grateful. So thank you, forgive me, and please. And I gave a couple of examples of things you could pray, but make it up. What do you want to say thank you for? What are you sorry for? What do you want to grow in or be given, or what do you need? So spend some time together as a family doing this, because it's really, I think, beautiful when a family will be open in front of each other. Because often we can pray and it's very easy to do this by yourself. Mm-hmm. But it's another thing to, be humble and sit there with your family and be like, I really need to be more patient, especially because they might be like, yes, you do, Tim. So anyway,
that leads into the children's bulletin. I don't have a copy with me ready. I just had the ideas out there. We've been pretty busy in the office this week with things. So it is week 3 of Vacation Bible School, and I watched the fun video that comes along with it, and it's a seal and all about how the seals trust that God will keep them safe, and it gives them an extra layer of fur and blubber and all this stuff to keep them warm in the cold waters that they swim in. So the whole theme of this week of Vacation Bible School is God is trustworthy. So you'll see a variety of things in there, and you'll also get a bag of stickers this week.
Which goes right along with the whole, it's okay to ask God for things. He knows what you need, so trust him.
Yeah.
So good. See, we didn't even talk about that.
No.
At all.
Ever.
So I'm like, as soon as you said that, I was like, well, look at that. It's perfect. It's funny. That often happens. Very good.
And then I think we have, the Bible, obviously the gospel this week, but then the Bible verse for the Vacation Bible School is Jesus calms the storm, which is what we did a couple of weeks ago. Here in the church even too, that was our gospel. So it comes back to, that trust that they had that Jesus would calm their ship or their boat. They're probably not on a ship, but a boat. Yeah.
Well, I mean, a small ship, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. Bigger than a kayak.
Yeah, exactly. They could fit 13 people in it. So we'll call that a yacht. There you go. Jesus's, big fishing boat.
Right.
So yeah, a few things coming up. We've got the 12 men's ministry. Gentlemen join me and some other guys as we pray. We're looking to grow the group as we approach the fall. So we're going to be out in the courtyard unless the bugs or weather are horrible. It looks like it'll be nice, so we'll see. If it's bad, we'll come into the church. But yeah, feel free to come if you're 18 and older. It's going to be good. And then the St. Andrew Food Pantry starts at 1 p.m. on Tuesday. That's just I put that in there just to make people aware, that it does happen. I mean, we all kind of know that it happens, but when it's happening, and if you're interested in volunteering for that sort of thing, feel free to get in touch with us. But yeah, we want to make that more well known. This is being done. It is supported by our parish, and it's important. It's a big part of what we do. Then Wednesday's crazy.
Always.
Every week.
Wednesday's so much fun. Starts in the morning with a gathering and ends at the end of the evening with another gathering.
Absolutely.
So super fun.
Lots of stuff in between. And then today today is Thursday when we're filming this. So next week on Thursday we'll have another one. But Thursday's Let's Hang Out. It's going to be awesome. So it's been really successful lately, and it's been a lot of fun.
So every week new people come every week, test it out, see what we do. And again, we hang out.
The shock on new people's faces when they come in and they're just like, so what's the program? We're like, sit down, place in phase 10, eat some food, have a nice conversation. And we're like, hang out. That's it. It really is. It's in the title.
And they've started Domino's now too. So
yeah. So they started with phase 10. They moved to Domino's. So we had also our counterparts over at the school. Holly Morphy, our principal, and Christina, the secretary.
Yeah.
Yep. Came on over and had lunch with everybody too, and they were on the trip with Father Ross over to Ireland and Scotland and England, and one of our resident Irish people, Sunniva, who's actually from Ireland. If you ever want a good Irish accent, just talk to Sunniva. So she's just grilling them. Were you here? Did you do this? Did you do that? It was really fun. And again, we talked about this a little bit already, but Uno's tip of the week is to pray for the Eucharistic Congress. So we got 50,000 or so Catholics.
Oh my gosh.
All in Indianapolis.
The arena was full.
Yeah, it's packed.
Yeah,
it's really neat.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really fantastic. So
and if you've never been there before, the Indianapolis, where the Colts play football, is where they are.
Lucas Oil Stadium.
Yes, that's the name of it. I've been there a couple of times, and Tim has been there a couple of times. Yep. NCYC is held on the East Coast, I guess what they want to call it now, is held there. So it's a huge stadium. So
so I mean we've been in it where it's like half full with like youth and stuff. So to see it full of just people praising the Lord and praying before the Blessed Sacrament is fantastic. So please pray for them, especially for their safety as they walk around the city, and then also as they travel home this weekend. Pray for Father Luke. He's there. We have a delegation from our diocese there, so please keep them in your prayers. And we got some of the highlights of the week that we already talked about.
Right, but oh my goodness! So the baptisms this weekend were so neat. On Saturday, right? You did.
I'm
on
so sorry.
Saturday, Lainey and Sally were baptized. So it was a new baby to the family, and then one of their maternal, the leaders, matriarch. That's the word, right? I knew it started with an M. It's a little slow today. Anyway, but it was really nice to see somebody brought into the faith with baptism, and Sally's continuation. She got confirmed. It was really beautiful.
Yes.
And then on Sunday, we had Collins be baptized. So
she was so sweet. She was just such a happy baby getting baptized. It was beautiful. So a wonderful family. They were great, and just they're a big crowd. I was like, holy cow! Collins drew a crowd. It was like
all the baptisms weekend
it was bigger than like a daily mass crowd. It was huge.
Yeah, everything, and because there was a reception afterwards on Saturday night.
Yes.
So it was super fun. Lots of welcoming and initiations.
So last couple of things, repeat of the St. Andrews Golf Tournament like we talked about last week. So that's in there. We also have some stuff from the office. What is it called? The Office of
Virtue and
Integrity. I can never remember what it's called. A couple of things in there about what's going on. I believe it's NFP week or whatever coming up. So NFP Awareness Week. So be sure to check out their website and information so that you can participate in that if that is something that you would like to do. And then, of course, as always, if you see any of the businesses or different people who advertise in our bulletin, it's really awesome when we can support them, give them business, and be sure to say, hey, I saw your ad in the St. Jude's Bulletin and I came over. So feel free to do that if you can. And we've had a lot of prayer requests this week come through. We love many people coming to the office or calling the office saying, hey, could you pray for this person, or could you make sure this gets on the prayer line? So thank you for asking for prayers. That says a lot. We really appreciate it, how you rely on Jesus and the prayers of the church. So know that we are praying for you. If you have a request and you want to call the prayer line directory in the bulletin, or you can get in touch with us and we'll pass the message along, and of course pray as well.
All the numbers are in the bulletin on the front page,
yes.
Underneath all the contact information.
So we're praying for you. Know that we love you, and we'll see you this weekend.
See you next week.
Peace.
Bye.